What's going on there, guys? It's Mac. Hope you guys are well. Today we're doing an unboxing of the Xbox Series X Halo Edition. This is the Halo Infinite Edition that has just been released. I purchased it from game.co.uk. First of all, I just want to quickly just show for this Xbox Series X, you should be getting yourself a really good hard drive. I suggest this one here. This is the Xbox licensed Seagate Gaming hard drive. It's a portable hard drive. It's a 5 terabyte one as well, and basically Xbox do these type of hard drives that are really awesome. If you can see the design of it, it is brilliant. This one follows the trend of Master Chief, and they do a 5 terabyte as well as a 2 terabyte version. As you can see, the actual cable itself is brilliant. It's a fast speed as well, so it's USB 3.2 Gen 1 USB 3.0, so it uses USB 3.0. It's got that little blue indication inside there. So really awesome hard drive. I used to have this one here. So this is the Xbox Seagate 2 terabyte one. Again, portable drive, so they don't require any form of power, as in like separate power. They run straight off the USB connection to the console. So this is a 2 terabyte one, but I had to upgrade it just because obviously the amount of games I want to store on the Xbox Series X needs to be, obviously most of it needs to be on this hard drive, because I don't really want to keep the internal hard drive full, because it needs to be free for actual Xbox Series X games which only run off the internal SSD. So as a result, I had to upgrade, but you can see there's a little indication light as well at the top, just to show that it is working when it's connected. So I would suggest obviously get yourself a 2 terabyte one, and it should be enough, and you could sort of make do until you upgrade your internal hard drive, which I'm going to do a bit later on. But for the time being, I just picked this one up, and now basically dragged all of my games over from this one to this one. Literally just copy and pasted it. It was that easy on my Xbox One X. So I want to just plug this into the Series X, and it should just work straight away. And all of my games should be on there, and then any new games I can move around from back and forth between the two, and I can run it on the internal or the external hard drive. But obviously Xbox Series X specifically games needs to be only running from the internal hard drive. So yeah, so that's that box for that. Let's put that to the side, and let's get into the real unboxing. This is it's the 15th of November, and this is the release date for it. We've got a nice little cap here, actually. It follows the sort of Series X style. We've got the new Xbox logo here. It's an official merchandise. We've got a numbskull as well. So, and yeah, nice little label over there as well. So, I think I might actually put this on. I think it's like a trucker's cap. It's got that sort of square front rather than it being more of a new era style caps. But anyway, yeah, I'll just use that. And let's see what else we got. Alright, so it's sealed, as you can see right here. I've got a rip here. That's a shame, got a rip here. But anyway, as you can see, here we have the front, and let's take it to the side. To the other side, this is the back. Now, I really like the fact that Xbox Series X was plastering Halo Infinite all throughout the boxing, all throughout the actual advertisement and the boxes. But it's funny how Xbox Series X's Halo Infinite didn't actually get released until a whole year later. So this time round, when they're advertising at the back, you know, Power Your Dreams with, you know, Master Chief, is actually legit, because it will be coming with the game. Well, pretty much, you know, we're gonna wait a few more weeks, but it's coming out on the 8th of December. So I actually really wanted to pick this up for the Xbox, for the Halo Infinite game, and when I heard that it was delayed, I was like, that literally is a nail in the coffin. There's no point picking it up until you know, it's available. You know, it's no longer like really hard to get hold of, as well as it, you know, maybe being a special edition, because I really wanted to get a Halo Infinite edition Xbox, and they've always done it in the past with their consoles, so it was like, it was a no-brainer. I'm pretty sure they were going to do it this time around, even though there were shortages of chips and stuff like that. I had a feeling they were going to do it, and you know, when they did it and they announced it, I was like, this is the time to get it. And it was a bit tricky because there's a lot of scalpers out there trying to get hold of it, which is really annoying, because it meant that I had to sort of fight a few of the scalpers just to get hold of this. But I managed to get my pre-order in for this. I'll just cut it in here. I did manage to get my pre-order in on game.co.uk, and yeah, it got literally shipped next day delivery. I got the email yesterday that it's getting shipped, and it came next day. So it actually says here, Halo Infinite content is delivered directly to your console during setup. No codes required. Requires significant storage. So a Halo Infinite digital direct. So I don't know what that means, whether it's the actual game or if it's just the multiplayer. Because I know the multiplayer is free to play. Whether they'll actually give you the campaign, I'm not sure. Because I thought you had to buy that unless you had like a Game Pass or something. So I'll need to check that. Let's get the speed out. And we have, wow, they've actually done like artwork for the 20th anniversary of Xbox, so that is really cool. I wasn't expecting that. So you can see 2001 over here, you got Halo Infinite, it says here 20th anniversary right there. We've got Master Chief right there. Here's the side. At the back you've got Halo Infinite 2001, 20 years, and 2021 on the bottom right hand corner, and you got Master Chief again with the 20th symbol as well, 20 years. So it says 2001 to 2021. So they are literally celebrating the 20 years of Xbox since the original Xbox. I really like the design, the console itself. Could have been a bit more crazier, but they did a really cool job with the styling, and I'm really happy with it. And yeah, like I said, I was waiting for that special edition because there was no way I was gonna not get Halo Infinite on launch. So I had to wait for the game to get released officially, and I knew they were going to come with a limited edition console, which it did. So I pre-ordered it, managed to get hold of it, and now is the time to unbox it, because now I need to look forward to playing Halo Infinite rather than just getting the console and playing my older games, which there's a lot of backwards compatible games, but definitely you want to play that new Halo Infinite. It's been so long since the previous one, and the previous one was so bad as well. It was obviously Halo Guardians, Halo 5 Guardians, which is just not that good. So this is the one to play. That muddy, that for presentation wise, guys, check that out. Now that's presentation, guys. Your power plug, your high speed. So this is ultra high speed this time, HDMI cable. So definitely that's a bit different from the previous one. It just at high speed for the Xbox One X. The controller, let's have a look. Check that out. Wow. Even at the back it says celebrate 20 years. That looks awesome. Wow, it does feel very different. Got the grips at the back, the rubberized grips that gives you a lot more texture. You got the gold Xbox design, and what I really like about this one is that it follows the classic controller design, as you can see, where it's got that design over here, whereas in the new Series X plain black ones and the normal ones, they've actually removed that design and made it completely plain. So I do like the fact that they essentially printed that design back onto it. It's not actually indented like the original Xbox One controllers, where they actually had it indented. This one is that to basically design it on, but I really like the fact that it is designed on. That's how it looks. You turn it on. That's pretty awesome. It's almost like a gold. It's a gold light because essentially it's gold, so it's not completely see-through, so it does look a bit darker. The actual Xbox logo when the light comes on compared to it normally looking. That looks really awesome. You've got the menu, the button, start select essentially, and you've got the little share button at the bottom as well, so that's the new button. And the new D-pad. Jury's still out about, I don't know how I feel about that, because it's very clicky and it's very responsive, but yeah, in the long run it might be quite comfortable, but I did like the the Xbox D-pad that they had for the Xbox One. It was a very nice D-pad, very comfortable, way comfortable than the Switch Pro, the Switch Pro controller's D-pad. Alright, let's get this out. Interestingly, you can see the bottom actually, the actual stand has design elements too, the stars. So what's really cool about this is that they actually made it more of a bluey style, taking after Cortana. So they actually took away that green vented bit and made it with blue vents in the color of the top vent. So, but I like either way. I do like the green, but that's nice too. Even the actual plastic here, I mean, this soft fabric has, design elements. As you can see, it's got the little stars, like of the galaxy. That's the front. That's the side, and the other side. I'll show you the back. They don't actually show you anything that's Xbox Series X written on here. Nothing's like over here. You've got a little symbol that says Xbox, but if you look at the back, you can see where they actually do a bit of 20th anniversary celebration, celebrating 20 years, and it says on the label, actually it says Xbox Series X there. So I'll show that in B-roll, you can see it, and you've got, like, at the back you've got the USB symbols there, and because you've got two USBs, you've got the Ethernet, got the expansion storage, HDMI, and the power supply. That is it basically. That is tiny, very tiny. I think that's a lot tinier compared to the PS5 if you put them both side to side. Essentially, this has the same OS as the Xbox One X and the Xbox One, so the entire family of consoles actually have the exact same OS, and I believe they've updated now to actually have a 4K dashboard, which will look really good on 4K TVs. I was quite happy about that because the PS5 had a brilliant PS dashboard in 4K and had a nice music at the background, so looking forward to booting this up in 4K, and then obviously having a dashboard that is in 4K, but essentially it's going to have the same menu system as your previous Xbox One system, so don't be too shocked by the design. It's pretty much the same, so it's essentially plug and play and drop it in and you'll be done. But design wise, yeah man, really happy with this. I wish they put the celebrating 20 years more to the front, because it's a nice logo. You've got the Master Chief there, but it's at the back. But I guess that's the design. They always want it to be quite sleek and have a clean black box. So yeah, I guess that will be the front. You've got the USB slot down there, the disk drive, HO button, you've got the sync button down there as well, and yeah, so you can put it in a side orientation. Just do it like that, and that's why they have the Xbox logo up here as well, because essentially when you put it down this way you see the top, and the front is, yeah, so you see that Xbox logo here as well, but you can see by the orientation of the Xbox logo at the top that it's meant to be in this direction. So that's something I'm going to keep it definitely on my system, definitely on my TV stand. Time to get it all upgraded and put it beside the PS5, and it will be awesome gaming this Christmas, definitely. Halo Infinite, looking forward to it. Brilliant design with the Halo Infinite packaging, the 20 years, and it's also good that it's actually getting released in a couple of weeks, so this is now my official launch for me, to be honest. Getting it a year in advance would have been a bit premature, because all the games are backwards compatible. The Game Pass runs on this just like the Xbox One X, so it's basically like a step up, a huge step up, but obviously worthwhile waiting if you already have the Xbox One X. I have the Project Scorpio edition, so it was alright for me to wait. Whereas obviously if you have the original Xbox One VCR model, you might want to upgrade as soon as you can, and the Xbox Series S is also available, but that one doesn't have physical disc media option, whereas this one does, so you definitely want to get media. You want to get this one, Xbox Series X, if you really want, if you've got a bunch of Xbox One games that you want to play on this system. The backwards compatible for Microsoft Xbox is brilliant, it's way better than any other company that's doing it at this present time, and it definitely is the one to watch, with, you know, Xbox original Xbox games, Xbox One games, Xbox 360 games all being backwards compatible, and a lot of the Xbox 360 and original Xbox game titles are backwards compatible now. Not all of them, but all of the Xbox One games are backwards compatible for the most part, other than Kinect games, because they've literally just got rid of Kinect, so no Kinect games from the Xbox One would work on this. But that's, you know, that's just that. Anyway, let's put this over here as well. Should I put it at the front? That's how the adverts do, isn't it? So yeah, here we have it, the Xbox One X. So here the naming convention, by the way, you know, is a bit of a disaster, but I'm glad they got rid of the one and they just made it Xbox Series X. But yeah, hopefully it won't be much of a tongue twister in the future. But there we have it. This is the Xbox Series X Halo Infinite Edition, celebrating the 20th years of Xbox, and in a brilliant form as well, my ad. And it will look, it's almost black, but it got a lot of gold accents, taking off Master Chief's design, his armor design, and a lot of Cortana design with the blue as well. Let me know what you guys have picked up, if you guys picked this up early or later, if you picked up the original Xbox Series X when it first launched, you know, the full black edition. I was obviously looking for a different design, and I really wanted it to not look just a plain black box, and this is definitely what I was looking for, something a bit different, but still got that elements of, you know, a black box as well. And the design's really good actually. It's not too big, it's not a PC style size, even though it's a tower, but yeah, definitely it's a much smaller, and it should be a much quieter box compared to other systems, definitely. Leave a comment below if you guys have picked up an Xbox Series X, or if you picked up this one, or if you found any issues that you guys are having picking it up. I would definitely recommend picking this one up, along with the Master Chief hard drive, just to basically finish it off completely, so you look awesome, I think. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, take care guys, this is Mac. Peace out.